Hi, Strong Peeps. It's our first lesson of the Back to Strong series. We're going to really dive into my favorite habits and then talk about how we can incorporate it into our daily lives. I'm going to be referencing a lot from Atomic Habits by James Clear. That's the wonderful quote that you have right here. If you want better results, then forget about setting goals. Focus on your systems instead. And that has everything to do with the beautiful world of habits. So, like I said, I really believe that you should get your hands on this book. Go to the library, go to Amazon, wherever you want to go. But James Clear really did a great job of explaining habits, and that's what I'm hoping to do for you here as well. This book really launched me into my journey of finding myself and having peace with my daily life. So let's dive into this. What exactly is a habit? Well, if you look it up in the good old Oxford Dictionary, it states that a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. When you think about that, a regular practice or tendency, that is what we are trying to work on to become stronger. We all have habits and we all have things that we go to, but we need to make sure that they're strong and that they're really helping out what we're trying to work towards. What we're trying to work towards is that beautiful feeling of freedom because strong habits create freedom. I used to have this thought that if you were very rigid in routine or you had all these strict habits, that you were strictly kind of that person of a type A personality. And I never fit that mold. I like to go with the flow. But what I've learned is that if you have a routine and it goes with what you're trying to work towards, you're going to have freedom to do so much more in your life. And that's what I want you to find in this video today. So to understand a habit, we need to understand ourselves. And in Atomic Habits, James Clear describes a habit having three parts to it. Identity, as in what's the type of person that you are working towards showing others, showing yourself. And second, having self-awareness. So that means understanding the habits you have in place now and noticing what other people are doing that have the type of life you want to live. I'm not saying that you need to be fake and choose something that's not you. We are making a stronger you. And I'm going to get into more examples of this. And then our last part is our intentions, where we set specific ways to incorporate our daily habits, because you can't just say you're going to do it and then it kind of goes to the wayside. We're going to be very intentional with the habits we incorporate into our daily lives. And when I was talking about with your self-awareness and identity, we aren't trying to recreate you or say that you shouldn't be yourself. You should be you. It's just that we're going to help make a stronger you. That's why it's the Back to Strong series. So we are trying to be true to ourselves. So be yourself. But what does that mean? I am trying to get you to understand the different habits that are going to showcase the best part of you. So for me, I was trying to become the strongest, confident, and motivating person that I knew. I also wanted to be very efficient and sustainable in all aspects of my life. So, for example, when I thought of in the classroom and in my home, how could I be more organized? Because I always feel, especially with children around, both in the classroom and in my own house, it's always chaos and disorganization. But you can manage that chaos and disorganization by having a place and space for everything and letting everyone know about it. And I noticed when I went into other classrooms that showed this, or when I went into friends' homes and they just seemed to have an organized system, I looked around, I noticed what worked for them and how could I adapt it to work for me. I didn't make it look exactly like those teachers or friends of their homes, but I was able to find something that worked for me. I found that baskets and different drawers and everything worked best for our lifestyle in the classroom and at home. So look at what you're trying to accomplish and see what others are doing around you so that you can add to your own self. We're not trying to copy others, because if you fake it, you're not going to continue it. It has to become yours. All right, so we're going to get into our self awareness of understanding what we already do right now and what we want to do. So I linked down below in the comments, again, my website, and then also the freebie that goes along with this lesson. This is the habit tracker. And you need to kind of look at what you do right now, kind of list out the habits that you're doing on a daily. When you wake up, are you instantly getting on your phone and scrolling? Are you getting up and working out? Are you just having a cup of coffee and out the door? What are your daily things that you do? And then, you're at work. What's something that you constantly do? Do you go and gossip with people, or do you keep working through your lunch? You need to realize what you're doing every day, and then look at the type of person you were trying to be. So when you were thinking about the persona you're trying to give, your core values, what is the type of person you are trying to let other people, like when they talk about you, I hope that people are saying that I'm a strong person, that I am motivating, that I am living a efficient and sustainable lifestyle. That's my goal. So what are you trying to do? Okay, and you use that habit tracker, write those things down on the habits that you are already doing. And then how are you going to tweak the habits that you're doing right now to help you get to the habits that you need to be doing that are going to help you? So, like I said, I noticed that I would always start my day with coffee and nothing else. But I would eventually fix that problem real quick. But I added that water because I knew I needed to have more water in my day. So I added that cup, and because I knew healthier people drink more water, and even healthier people have protein and all of that. But that's for a different day. Back to that coffee example, I told you that I already had my mug in place by my coffee maker, and then adding that cup right next to it automatically helped me not even have to really think. It was already there. My environment that I had was set up for me to succeed. I already put that cup out there. I knew I was going to drink that water while my coffee was brewing. You have to make sure that your environment around you is going to help you and not hurt you. If you want to add more vitamins into your life, you need to probably set them out, because I know for myself, we had it in the cabinet and it would be like I would take it the one day and then forget multiple days in a row. And that's why you can have a cute little basket for it so it doesn't just sit there, whatever, make it attractive so you want to do that habit. You want it out in your environment. You want to see it. So it makes it that much easier. When you set up your environment, you're making it clear and concise on what exactly you have to do because it's already there. And in that last part of understanding yourself with habits is being intentional. And I'm actually going to add this part into another video because it is so important and it goes along with bringing a schedule and everything. But at this time, we're just going to briefly go over it and being intentional with the habit that you're trying to incorporate. So, when I wanted to really start making sure I was working out, because when I moved with my family to our beautiful home of 3 acres, we did not have our gym set up. I was not a member at a gym anymore. So I sat for almost a full year doing nothing. And that was so hard for me. And that's one of the reasons why I was just depressed almost, because I was not doing what I love. I was not making myself better. So I was very intentional. I thought about how, I wanted to be that strong person. So I made sure that I was going to get up at 5 a.m. because it had to be before everybody woke up. And I was going to do, and we started off small, 10-minute workouts, and they were YouTube workouts. You can easily, YouTube is beautiful, right? Like right here, you can just, put in 10-minute dumbbell workout and it's there, 10-minute yoga workout and it's there. So use what you have. And I made sure that I was intentional on, like, I'm going to be down in the living room and I'm going to do this workout at 5 a.m. It's me 10 minutes and then I can get myself ready for the rest of the day. It's the same thing. I was intentional with the coffee. I knew every morning it's going to be right there, but you have to know exactly what you're going to be doing or you're not going to do it. So, as you go through your habit tracker and you find the habits that are going to help create the person you're working towards, you're going to see that you have a lot clearer purpose in your daily life. And it's going to make that stress of our daily lives be more manageable, because this is not a fix and you're stress free forever. That's not, sorry, that's not what this is. You are going to be able to handle it. You're going to have a clear mind to take on some of those impossible tasks that kind of happen. And when we're not set up, we're not able to handle when those hard times happen. But if you set yourself up with these daily habits that really can just make you feel in control, that's when you're going to feel really good. As you get these habits in place and you figure out the type of person that you're trying to become, you need to start letting in others, not just your spouse, not just a few people. You got to let everyone that's kind of involved in your daily lives. So when I decided that walking was going to become a habit that I was going to do daily, I wasn't really able to do that at home because we do not live where sidewalks are and it just was not feasible. So I decided that my lunchtime was going to be my time to walk because our school was right next to a park. But I needed to talk with my team and let them know of my intentions and my why, because, well, I didn't want them to think that I didn't like them because I love them. I just knew that I needed this so that I could be a better teammate and a better mom and a better overall person, because that walk really brings such clarity to my overall health and mental health. So letting in others will also make sure that you do what you need to do in the habits that you have set forth. So don't be afraid to share what you're trying to work on, because more than not, you're going to have tons of support. And that's what we're here for too. So, as we begin to wrap up this lesson, I want you to comment below and share the habits that you're going to work on so that we can support each other and learn from each other. The habits that you are trying may be the same as somebody else, and you guys can work together and find better ways to incorporate your daily habits. Or it could be something that I've worked on and I can give you tips and tricks. So let's let the sharing begin down below. You have your list of habits that you're going to work on, and you have your list of the habits that you are doing already. Now, remember that this journey is not in a result to be living a perfect life, because y'all, I'm sorry, this is not what this journey is about. It's not perfect. The results are not going to be perfection. It is about just taking action, getting habits to work in your lifestyle so that you can live at peace and enjoy the life that you are living. So keep on working every day. Those habits are going to become second nature, and it's going to be a beautiful time. Just remember, it's not a perfection thing. It's all about what you can do, and it's your beautiful life.